Okay, a couple weeks ago, I did a video on Gran Saga. Gran Saga is an upcoming cross-platform MMORPG. It looks beautiful. It really does. But I saw mobile footage of the game gameplay, and it kinda looked crap. So I did a video on it, and I went out and I called it garbage. Now, some of you guys went ahead and ardently defended it, and you're more than welcome to. It's your opinion to like what you saw, just like it's my opinion to dislike what I saw. But some of you guys went ahead and messaged me and told me I had to look at this brand new trailer that NPIXEL, the developers behind the game, just released in 4K. So here I am, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. Is this going to change my opinion? Is this going to make the game look like it will be worth playing? Do I think that the game is going to be worth playing after having looked at this trailer? I don't know. I guess we're going to go ahead here in just a moment and find out. Now, before we go any further, while this gameplay is in fact publicly available, I did go ahead and watch this gameplay on Mike Fringe's channel. So while this footage is not technically copyright to him, credit to him for going ahead and uploading the video, because it's made it easier for me to go ahead and just, I don't know, like kind of react to it. I'm gonna kind of keep the sound a little lower because I'm not sure if it's gonna have copyrighted music in it. This is the official presentation trailer. And graphically, the cinematics for this game are so good. And again, this is supposed to be an open world MMORPG. The little, I don't know, fox people kind of remind me of, what are they called? The Lin from Blade and Soul. Yep, face tanks. That's pretty much what we are. Wait, is this just like a long cinematic? Jesus, it's like a 5-7 minute like intro cinematic. Okay, obviously you can go Super Saiyan. That's apparently a thing. But you know what? Let's skip through this intro cinematic, purely so we can get to the good stuff. Yeah.
그럼 말 나온 김에 이제 이 PD님께서
다양하게 즐길 수 있는 컨텐츠, 도전에 대한 성취감.
Yeah, the cinematics, the cutscenes they look beautiful. I'm sure they're gonna be incredible. But okay, here are the cast of characters that you're going to be able to recruit. If I recall, you can actually very slightly customize each character when you're choosing them, and you can choose 3 at the beginning of your journey. They each have their own unique playstyle. Apparently, they have alternate sets of gear as well. As you can tell by looking on the side here, you can the gear is rated as in, you know, BASSR, etc., which is a common mobile theme in these kinds of mobile MMOs. That means that they are no doubt going to be rollable, and is no doubt going to have a gacha equipment system. See, I don't think that gacha systems should be present in MMOs. I think that gacha systems where you're required to roll. Wait. Is that's not the world map, is it?
두 마리 토끼를 이제 다 잡았다 그렇게 이해가 되는데 근데 이건 다른 게임들도 다 할 수 있는 얘기거든요. 그랑
위해서 오랜 기간 동안 최적화와 퀄리티업 작업을
Okay, here's a town. There's a lot of players around.
그래픽과 다중 유저 접속 환경을
There's one of the
만족하는
zones.
결과를 만들어냈다고 자부하고 있습니다.
But
저는 그래픽의 퀄리티 그리고 최적화, 쾌적함
you can see your abilities are down the bottom right. You know what? The UI actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it did in the alpha, not the alpha, in the beta test that was released.
여신이 야사한 그랑의 폰을 들고
Because I saw in-game gameplay footage that was captured from players,
어린 시절부터
and the UI looked pretty bad.
경치만큼이나
It looked very, very strongly mobile-esque.
하지만 그런 나말이에도
And
힘이 있는데요.
this one,
무엇일지는 게임에서 직접 확인해 보시길 바랍니다.
oh my god, I should make this the thumbnail. This is like almost an Ahegao face. Wow.
카르트는 날카로운 외모만큼 날카로운
Okay, let's skip through some more.
해줘야 될 것 같아요.
네, 그랑의 폰이 게임에 어떻게 녹아들어 있는지에
Again,
대해서 설명을 드리는 게 좋을 것 같은데요.
do not like what I'm seeing with the gacha.
세단 캐릭터들은 여러 종류의 그랑의 폰을
What is this? Are they...
전투를 하게 됩니다.
Oh, okay, guys.
지에 대해서
So, okay. Here's the thing. Gran Saga, apparently, if I recall from when I did my first or second video on Gran Saga, apparently, these are weapons. You have Gran weapons. There are 30 or 40 different weapons that you can equip. Each weapon has their own distinct look and play style. And as you can see, the main weapon here is whatever this this golden-haired dude is. And here are 3 other probably Gran weapons as well. Now, go ahead and correct me here if I'm wrong. I am more than happy to be corrected in the comment section below. But I think that that's what this is.
폰은 각각의 성장 요소를 가지고 있고요. 고유한
And you know what? The combat, like it looks the UI looks a little bit mobile-ish. Well, not a little bit. The UI definitely looks pretty mobile-esque, especially when you compare this to a game like Genshin Impact. But you know what? It is definitely not looking nearly as bad as I'd originally thought it would look, and as it did originally look. And here's an example of you swapping between your characters. Apparently, here is your combat power. So obviously, if you guys played games like V4 that recently launched onto PC, then you should be very well aware of what combat power means in a mobile MMO. So you can tell here that he has 15,000 combat power. That is disappointing. And each character you add to your party goes ahead and increases your overall combat power. Makes sense. It's probably like a field boss. I don't know, is this like a dungeon? Yeah, I can see a timer at the top right there. I think my face cam is up there, so you guys might not be able to see it, but there's a timer at the top right. I feel like that might be a dungeon, or maybe it's just like an instanced encounter.
우선 게임 음악에 조금이라도 관심이 있는 분들이라면 에도 많은 신경을 썼는데요. 구성하여 보스와 전투하는 토벌전입니다. 보스는 다양한 속성과 패턴으로 플레이합니다. 그리고 심연의 회랑은 각 속성을 대표하는 몬스터와 전투하여 그랑의 폰의 한계 레벨을 올려주는 그랑 스폰을 획득할 수 있는 컨텐츠입니다.
Maybe it's not a dungeon then? Maybe it's just like an instanced encounter you can do? I mean, there are plenty of those in mobile games, right? Like, for those of you that play mobile games. Now, again, this is supposed to be cross-platform, but from what I can see, graphically, like aesthetically, this definitely does look pretty good. I'm looking at the character animations here, and I know this is captured by NPIXEL themselves. This isn't an accurate representation of what the game looks like on a mobile device, and is definitely not an accurate depiction of how this is going to look on PC, as this could look much better on PC. I don't know, but Oh, here's PvP.
어떤 캐릭터가 먼저 턴을 잡고 어떤 성격의 스킬을 쓰는지가 승패의 관건입니다.
That looks really dumb. Oh, so okay, there are dungeons, yeah.
자, 이제 뭐
활동을 하는 대도시인 나그나데아에서 다양한 유저들과 교류할 수 있습니다. 그 과정에서 나를 표현할 수 있는 커스터마이징과 다양한
Okay, here's the. Well, wait. Okay, here we go. This is roughly, guys, the limitations that are imposed on character creation, on character customization. There are a couple different hairstyles and a couple different hair colors, and that is it. That is the limit on character customization in man, I was gonna say V4 in Gran Saga.
업데이트될 예정입니다. 그뿐만 아니라 MPIXEL에서는
Looks like they have a lot of new areas, new characters planned to add into the game.
높여주는 그런 기능들이 있습니다. 이런 상성 관계라든지 뭐 특정 보스의 공략
어떻게 해결할 수?
보스와
The game looks really good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, graphically it looks beautiful. I've always thought that Gran Saga looks beautiful, and the combat, it honestly doesn't look bad, but the UI looks so okay, it doesn't look horrendous. It looks bad if you're gonna be playing this on PC, and it looks a little bit cluttered if you're gonna be playing it on mobile still, especially coming from something like Genshin Impact, which I know I'm comparing this to, but I'll also compare this to Tower of Fantasy, and Tower of Fantasy's UI also looks better.
당연히 좋은 거 주겠.
선택에 대한 다양한 기호가 게임 속에서 나타나야 된다고 생각을 했습니다. 네. 그래서 런칭 이후에 그랑 사가는 앞으로도 꾸준히 새로운 그랑의
And yeah, well, you know what? That is that is the majority of the gameplay that was released from NPIXEL. Now, what are my thoughts? That is a very good question. See, again, I initially said that I thought this was going to be an amazing game. Like, I actually thought it was going to be really good. But then I saw what the mobile footage was like, and I know, I said it was going to be garbage based off of what I had seen. But that was just my initial impression of it, and not my actual, like, a statement that I actually released that it was in fact garbage. Now, my thoughts right now, after having seen the in-game footage captured by players, and then the footage that was released from NPIXEL, the game looks beautiful. It does. The combat looks like it could be pretty good. Doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look as good as Genshin Impact. Well, actually, no, yeah, it doesn't look as fluid or as smooth as Genshin Impact. It probably looks a little smoother than Tower of Fantasies, but it doesn't look as good still, especially when you factor in that Tower of Fantasy allows you to fully create a character from the ground up. The world, I do not quite understand right now. They say it's supposed to be a full open world. You can see that there are tons of other players around, but there was like a weird little world map that you could like navigate across or something. So I'm very confused as to what kind of game world the game is going to have or be set in. Do I think that the game is going to be good? I do not think that the game is going to be good still. I feel like the game has the potential to prove me wrong, and that the game definitely has the potential to be good, but I feel like the game is still probably going to be much too much of a mobile game for me to really invest time into and enjoy. But at the end of the day, that's just based off of my impressions of both NPIXEL's release of their official gameplay presentation and the gameplay that was captured by players on a mobile device. And again, this was not captured by me. I didn't have the opportunity to play through it in its entirety, and it was not played on PC, which is where I play these games anyway. Because let's be honest, if the gameplay is good on my computer but plays terribly on mobile, I don't care. Now, what I do care about are those gacha mechanics and the gacha system that is going to be present in this game, because that looks atrocious. That in and of itself is enough to make me absolutely loathe the game and never play it outside of my initial impressions of it. But I'll see how that ends up evolving and how it ends up turning out. But that's just my opinion, my impression based off of all of these different types of gameplay videos that I've seen. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below if you're still interested in playing through the game. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it.